fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. Looks like he's going to try to return it. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will go to work first. You go back over the history of this rivalry, and there's certainly been close games, but there have also been a large number of blowouts, and we had one last year for the Horns, David.
And I think as a Texas fan, you better understand that, because when you win big the year before, OU is going to come out with their hair on fire, Jesse, ready to make a statement.
When I think back to last year's game, the thing that impressed me so much about Texas was that they stepped up and brought their A-game to the ballpark in the Red River rivalry, one of the biggest games of the year. Let's see who's going to step up in this one today.
The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. The hand to the running back. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll give it to him again. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking to throw, it's Gee. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on 4th down. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to 1st down.
How about the run play on 4th and 3 to 4? A lot of times you see that's a pass play nowadays. They run the football, they stick to what they do well, they know where the 1st down marker is, and they get the 1st down.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back to pass on 2nd down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make him freeze. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. So Texas offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
And the Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Pryor. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And they'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point makes it 7-0. An 84-yard drive there, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive going to the air, trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Gee. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Running through contact. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Slams ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Slips through the line. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Got it in the middle. It's Kane. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Right on target this time. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Pryor. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Lost the throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'll go to the ground. Nice move to keep running. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
You don't even see quarterbacks under center very often, but when you do, and it's short yardage, you kind of know what's coming, but it didn't matter. Quarterback does a great job. Find some space, keep those feet moving, just fall forward, and get that yardage, and he gets the big 1st down.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Sooners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Duarte. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jet sweep to the receiver. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
Looking downfield, it's Gee. Slings it downfield. Intercepted deep in his own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the boot, looking for his man. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking down the middle. Finds a man on the right. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete to the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Looking for a man. It's Pryor. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Kane. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big man has it, it's a first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Makes the grab down the middle. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the tight end. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! Effective offense leading the way here in establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Going for it all. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Pryor. Makes the grab. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. They'll immediately call timeout. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. To the air. It's Pryor. Bringing the heat. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they come up with before we head to halftime. Quick handoff. He'll get it out to the 14 before going out of bounds.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out the quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little breaks into the open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Pryor. Spits it out to the back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Finds a spot in the middle. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going.
Turning it on! caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and power read, the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Pryor. Snagged out of the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This is a great play by the defensive back. And I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the plate, you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry, balls at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29. And after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Back to pass, it's Gee. It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They'll keep it on the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Texas offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think...
Toss him up in the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They're going to ride this running back. Still running at the 35. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Fires to the big fella. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Cooks. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Dropping back, it's Gee. Got the quick pass. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Now on 1st down from the 43. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Looking to throw again. Fires to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Off play action. Let's it fly. Touchdown Sooner. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the lead because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And the Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. There he goes. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Plows through the defense. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Goes the Longhorns, who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted golden hat trophy after beating their